And welcome back to the Business Spotlight. My guest today is Jeff Pickering, Masters in Taxation, PickeringCPA.com. He's been a good friend of mine. He's done my taxes for a number of years, and I have to tell you, I'm thrilled to have him on the show. Jeff, thanks for being with us.
Thanks again, Pat. It's a pleasure.
Now, what's really fun is that you are kind of a buckaroo bonsai, and what I know of, you're not. Is it an oxymoron or a paradox? You do one world is no risk CPA, but you're also a jazz musician.
That's right. Whenever they let me out of the house, I get to play jazz. So I play upright bass, and I have a lot of fun improvising. And I've always believed that the ability to improvise somehow helps my tax mind. I don't know exactly where the connection is. I'm sure somebody would like to do a study about that somewhere, but I really feel it helps me.
Well, I want to get into some of the things some of the other things that you guys are doing. You do so many things, like corporate taxation, individual tax preparation. You already said 50-50, corporate to whatever, to personal, but yet 80% of your business comes in from referral. So
That's right.
You're obviously doing a lot of things right.
Yes, our clients, they continue to grow every year. We've experienced a lot of growth. There are 10 of us now, and we keep growing. So I'm happy to give people clients, and I'm happy to give them service, and they keep liking it. So that's how we're growing.
That is outstanding. Mark Hardy, thank you so much for being on the show again. And
good to be here.
It's always good to have you because you're the PR specialist. You're the guy that knows how to get the attention of the rest of the universe. So.
Well, Jeff, listening to that earlier segment, my ears perked up on one particular topic. So I have a burning question.
Okay.
And here it is. You mentioned that your accounting firm, your CPA firm, had worked on 3 companies that were in the Dallas, I think it was Fast 100.
Yes, that's right.
And so my burning question is, how did you let the world know about that, or have you?
I haven't. I only, you got me. You got me, Mark. So the only time I actually let people know that is if I have a client that's in the same kinds of businesses that those people were in. I try to put their minds at ease that, hey, I'm not a risk as far as that goes.
My first reaction when I heard that is I look at how many, CPAs and accountants and people, bookkeepers are in this area. We're in one of the larger cities in the U.S.,
right.
And to have that distinction is very impressive. And I like to refer to, there are 4 R's that any business needs to be successful, and one of them, and probably the number one, is reputation. And you can, what's the word? Participate in what's known as a halo effect, because your business is now associated with a business that a third party has recognized as being successful. And so one suggestion I would make is, if nothing else, add a news section on your website, because these are the things that really, as you said, on a one-to-one setting, make it easier for somebody to choose to hire you. But now people that come to your website, you can immediately establish that credibility.
Great. It's a good point, and I'll take your advice, Mark.
Well, one of the other things is now that we're in Houston as well. We've got Dallas and Fort Worth. We got Houston airing the show every week, so it's really great there. And then we, of course, put it out on the internet. Are there any other things that Jeff can do?
Well, I mentioned the 2 R's. One is reputation, the other is reach. So part of the show, what we like to do before we have a guest on, is we do our online intelligence. We Google you, and we look for things, we look for trends, we look for opportunities. And one of the things we like to add value for our guests is underappreciated assets or under-optimized assets. So one thing that I saw is you have some reviews, positive reviews, but not all reviews are created equal. In fact, there are some reviews that are more positive for Google. And I noticed that if you search for the term Dallas CPA, the #1 person that comes up only has 5 reviews, 5 Google reviews. I've seen some companies that have as many as 50. So with a little due diligence, you could actually, come up in the rankings and really broaden your reach in terms of the type of people that are looking for the type of service that you provide.
That's also a good point. I actually don't know much about this area myself. It's funny, I'm a business person, but the accountants as on a whole are kind of slow to adopt, and I will put myself, I'm guilty of that sin.
Well, this isn't about showing what you haven't done. We're also talking about what you have done, and the most important thing is you have a foundation, and you have these things, you have these relationships, and you have credibility. One of the things that I think we're going to be talking about in the next segment is your radio show, how you can leverage that to again build your authority. So, I've dealt with clients that we were really kind of starting from nothing, and you have those assets. It's just a matter of optimizing them.
That is really great. Well, as you can see, we're talking with Jeff Pickering. He's done radio. He is a CPA in the DFW area. If you're in Houston, I know you can call him up. His information's on the screen. This is the Business Spotlight, where Jeff Pickering is telling his story today, and so can you. We'll be right back.